Gonna call and you.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
If you're looking for actual Ghostbusters, then don't. No. But if you're looking for movie reviews, you come to the right place. Anarchy bringing you the chaos.
Common Green bringing you nothing.
And we've just seen, as you might have guessed, based on it, Ghostbusters.
Stop. Okay, so plot.
So we started off with the house is being haunted. This famous house is being haunted by an actual ghost, and she locks a dude in the basement. And Goop comes, and we get to see an awesome ghost.
And that guy makes it out of the house somehow.
Yeah, he makes it out of the house somehow, not explained to us, and he paid himself. That was the important part, though.
Yeah. But basically, this ghost is coming, and there was a device that summoned the ghost in the house. And basically, there's a guy who's going around putting devices, and that summon ghosts, and the Ghostbusters have to stop him, and that's it.
His name is the Roman, or Roman in general, and he is a villain for the sake of being a villain. He is a generic villain. The reason why he is doing this and trying to summon all the ghosts to New York through a vortex... He was bullied in school as a kid. Now, raise your hand if you were bullied in school as a kid. Now, so the characters all meet up and they go and check out this house and they're like, oh, a ghost! And then, So
then the general shit, then a big fight in New York. And
pretty much what the trailer showed you, but a little bit more.
Okay, so the new song they made for the Ghostbusters sucks. The remake, the remix of the original song was good.
Here's what I say. When you release this on DVD, Sony, take out that song. Take it out and replace it with just Ghostbusters. Or create a brand new song for the movie.
Get together and make it, so.
And here's the thing, is when it was in the trailer, it got horrible comments, but they still put it in the movie. They should have gone, oh my god, we're getting some hate for this song. Lots of people are not liking it, especially Ghostbusters fans, lots of fans. That is not good. Maybe we should think about putting in a song that's good.
It's like the most uninterrupted song ever, maybe too. It's not interrupted at all, but just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, the original Ghostbusters theme at the beginning gets interrupted, like, it's done, that's it, that's the thing. We have to put a half of it in.
That's the music. The setting was...
good, looked like New York.
Yeah, it looked like New York. It felt really good. A lot of the props and stuff were awesome. It was all good props, good. The CGI was spot on, I think, for most of the ghosts.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of hate for that comment, by the way.
You have to kind of look at it because the ghosts are...
Yeah, they're cartoony.
They're cartoony in nature. Even in the original movie, they look cartoony.
Yeah, it's very hard. It would be very hard to take a character like Slimer and make them feel like they fit in real life.
Yeah.
And, like, this is the thing, is the ghosts... I think the whole point of the ghosts is they're not supposed to look real.
Yeah.
They're supposed to look mysterious, and they're supposed to look like they're on a different plane. It's very,
It's very cool. It's very cool facts. They did good.
Some ghosts were good, some ghosts were okay.
Yeah.
I feel like some ghosts they put more effort in than other ghosts.
Definitely.
Like the guy who got the guy in the electric chair. They put a lot of effort into that one.
Yeah. You can't be too hard on it, guys. They did good. They did good with what they could do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, again, it'd be very hard to make that movie and not make the ghosts look cartoonish. If you made them look too realistic, then it would just be kind of gross.
I will say this: the overall aura of the movie and the theme feels like a Ghostbusters movie. Like, it doesn't feel like it's not a Ghostbusters movie.
No, it feels like you're watching. Like,
you got the theme, you got the car, you got everything. Even the fire station makes an appearance, which is cool.
At the end.
And at the beginning.
Yeah. But, and also the colors are very good.
Yeah,
the colors are very vibrant.
Yeah, it's not bland or anything like that. I like the greens added in for the ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, oh my god, I love the green.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get into the characters. We're going to start with Melissa McCarthy, who
as Abby.
Okay. Now, we didn't get much backstory on her besides she was friends with Kristen. As Aaron.
Yeah, as Aaron.
But that was pretty much it, and that they both believed in ghosts as kids.
I mean, I kind of liked how she. I kind of saw they didn't really expand upon it too much, but she did say like once or twice she was like she doesn't care what people think about what she's doing,
and I like that.
Right. I wish it would have been expanded on a little bit more.
You know what I felt was so funny though?
What?
Melissa McCarthy played the most reasonable role, the most like
that was
she was
very
the most
odd.
She was the one who kind of kept the team together. It was really weird to see Melissa McCarthy play that role. It worked, but it was just weird because usually she's the one who's like punching people in the face, and she does get a few scenes like that.
I wish she started like cursing out people.
Yeah, but there was she played a much different role than she has.
Very casual.
Yeah, and
it's weird because like in all those movies that she's done before, she's worked with Paul Feig, and I guess Paul Feig was like, "You'll be the straight man."
Yeah.
Or a straight woman.
Yeah. But she was a pretty good character, but the problem is we didn't get much backstory on her. We don't know much about her besides the fact that she knows Aaron from junior high and she believes in ghosts and she wrote a book with Aaron.
Yeah.
But pretty much what we get about her.
I mean, she's bland, she's okay. She's not bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
so Chris Hemsworth
as Kevin.
Too
dumb.
Way too far.
Dumb.
Way too dumb. Some of the jokes, I think the best line was the one he actually gave.
A fish tank is a submarine for fish.
That was by far the best joke in the movie. I gotta give and I also like him trying to grab the phone.
And it's in the fish tank.
Now we will explain how the dumbness or stupidity of Hemsworth could have helped the movie. We'll explain later.
Later, you'll get it. But for now, like as the movie stands, he's just kind of stupid for no reason.
Yeah, and he's just
like it's weird because like even like the receptionist in the original movie. Sorry, I'm going back to the original. No, it's a reboot, but whatever. Even in the original movie, the receptionist was like a catty, bitchy, fucking New York woman. Yeah. And in this one, they made it like a dumb brickhead guy.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. Like, I mean, I guess it's different. I'll give him this. They made him the receptionist a different character.
Yeah.
But
the problem is,
stupid.
It just felt way too over the top. It felt way too much. Sometimes Hemsworth nailed it, and some of the lines he gave were actually really good and really funny. But a lot of the times, it just felt unnecessary.
But this is Kevin when he's not possessed.
Yeah.
Let's go Kevin when he's possessed.
When Kevin's possessed, he is amazing.
Amazing.
He is phenomenal.
Threatening.
You get to see the actor do what he can do.
I want to see
him as a villain. Oh my god.
I want to see Chris Hemsworth be a villain.
Yeah.
Like a full-on, like for a movie, a villain.
The potential is so great for that character, and then it goes up.
He's not actually evil, and he has a sandwich, and he throws the sandwich, and that's dumb. And then, and they kind of break the fourth wall a little bit, too, when he throws the sandwich. And like, Melissa looks like right at the camera, she's like, pass me the sandwich, and like...
You mean Hemsworth?
Hemsworth. Looks like... But she looks at the camera, too. And it's like, that. Why are you breaking the fourth wall for, like, no reason? And it might have been unintentional, but it really felt like they were just like, hey, audience.
Yeah, look we just beat the ghost. How's it going?
Yeah, what's up? Hi. Yeah, but let's talk Leslie Jones as Patty.
Now I felt like she was just kind of thrown in for the sake of having 4 Ghostbusters. She didn't feel like she naturally just kind of joined. She just kind of showed up and was like, I'm gonna be the Ghostbuster.
It's kind of like the metaphor I said before. It's like if there's an exterminator and he kills a rat, you don't go and join the exterminators to kill rats. You're scared of rats. Yeah. Why would you do that?
I would have understood if she would have helped save them during the attack, you know? And they're like, wow, you're actually pretty good at this. But no, she ran away.
Or she would have been like Winston, just like, I need the money.
Yeah. That would have made more sense. But she just kind of joined for the sake of joining, so they would have 4 members of the Ghostbusters.
See, here's the thing, and what we're talking about before. I liked how, so the other Ghostbusters were engineers and 2 scientists, right? Mm-hmm. And I like how this one was basically the historian of the group. Yeah. But they never give her a reason to be there.
They never do.
Because, like, here's the thing, is she knows all these historical landmarks and stuff, and even when they're in, like, the Chinese store, she's like, oh, did you know that this was where, like, a bunch of people died or whatever, right? And I get what they're doing. They're making her be like, oh, she knows the history of New York. She follows the history, right? But the biggest problem is she doesn't lead them to ghosts. The ghosts are already there, and they go anyway. It's a little... I understand what they were trying to do, but they didn't do it successfully.
They did not.
And that's the biggest problem with her character, is that her character felt useless because she was. Yeah, see, because at the end of the credits, we saw that 2 people wrote this. And it does kind of feel like 2 people wrote this. Yeah. I feel like one person was like a really hardcore Ghostbuster fan, and the other was like a casual Ghostbuster fan.
Or he was just trying to make a quick buck.
But, you know, that's all speculation. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, she was good. I like that they tried to make her a historical angle, but it didn't quite work.
So let's do Kristen Wiig as Erin, and we're going to save the other one for last because we want to talk about her. We're going to talk about Erin now, played by Kristen Wiig. So we probably get the most background with her.
Yeah, she has like this weird If you've seen the movie Gremlins, right?
Yeah.
She has like that weird moment, like remember in Gremlins when the one girl's talking about how her dad dressed up like Santa and broke his neck down the chimney and stuff. It kind of reminded me of that because she's like, yes, me and my friend thought a ghost existed and we got bullied forever and stuff. It kind of felt similar but less abrupt.
And she got backstory because we got to learn a little bit about her and we cared about the character a little bit more.
I wish I would have seen it. I really wish I would have seen it.
I would have liked a flashback at the beginning of the movie to show, maybe the old lady dying and then the ghost sitting on the edge of her bed and she sees it and then she getting bullied at school and that would have been cool. And then show her now and she's, at the, college.
Like, it doesn't even need to be at the beginning. Like maybe when she's just talking about it, you go into a flashback.
Yeah.
Because it's important because it tells about her character, but as it stands, she's kind of just talking about it.
Yeah. Well, what they could have done is they could have had her get freaked out by the ghost and then run out of her room, and then the Ghostbusters song plays, and it's like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's talking about Kate McKinnon as Holtzman.
Oh my god, she was phenomenal. We both favorite character of the entire movie.
I knew. See, here's the thing: the trailers were god awful, but she's the only person where I was like, "This is a unique character."
Either you like or hate her.
Yeah, this is what I've seen because I'm watching reviewers. I've been watching people review this movie, and a lot of people say that she's like a cartoon character from like Wile E. Coyote and shit like that. But I mean, like, she's fun though.
She is. She is such a good character. If I had to choose one character that I would like to learn a little bit more about out of all of them, would have been her. I would have liked to learn about her because she's just kind of thrown in. She's just kind of there. I don't know if that's because of the character or because she just kind of joined, but it's never explained. None of this is explained why.
I mean, like, I guess like Melissa McCarthy's character is like, oh, we met here, and then. But it's like, how did you meet? Why are you meeting? Why are you studying ghosts? Why this?
Why does she want to study ghosts?
I don't know.
Is she just bored? What? Explain.
But I won't say she has no character. She has no backstory.
Yeah, she has no backstory. She has no reason for being there. That's what I think you're trying to get at.
Yeah, she's there. She's there because she's really funny and stuff. But I mean, there's no like tangible.
But I think she carries this movie. Like, just with all four characters.
She provides some of the laughs when the other cast is like lacking.
Yeah. She really picks up where the other cast falls. And she kind of holds the team together. My favorite scene was when she kicked ass. Like, she pulls out the two pistols and she's just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then we have Roman played by Neil Casey. The most generic villain, and he was just the villain for being the sake of a villain. They needed a villain, so like, we'll just throw in a villain. Dude who was bullied, wants to rule the ghosts and dominate the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
But like,
my God, is that boring.
I mean, we already talked about it. Don't want to spend too much time on him because we talked about him at the beginning. But I mean, a very bland character, very undeveloped.
That was the best you could do for a villain. Come on. Yeah, I know, right?
Because you know me, I love villains.
Yeah, I know.
Especially good villains.
Yes. Villains are like, they hold a movie together.
They're supposed to test the hero.
Yes. And he didn't test their limits. I mean, like, he sort of did and he sort of didn't.
He didn't like do anything to fuck up the team or anything.
He didn't.
Like, he didn't try to break down the team. Here's the deal. Okay, I understand it's a reboot and I understand they're making their own universe with their own gadgets and whatever the fuck. But here's the deal. Their whole proton packs and guns and whatever are never really explicitly explained what they can do.
What they can and can't do.
What they can and can't do. Like in the final fight, they just have proton packs and they're swinging ghosts around, and the ghosts just die, and that never happens.
Yeah, and even earlier in the movie, when they're capturing the ghost during the van, they didn't kill him. How does the gun not kill him there and then kills them later? What, do they have to actually twist it? Why is this not explained? How do they just know to do that too?
Here's the thing. I would be fine with the proton packs killing ghosts.
Yeah.
Which I don't like how I had to say killing ghosts.
Yeah.
But, anyways. I'd be fine if they killed ghosts, but the fact is, at the beginning of the movie, they captured a ghost without killing it.
Yeah. I would be okay with it if they explained that, yes, you can kill it or you can capture it. There's a way to kill it with the laser, but they don't.
I mean, it's sort of understandable when they're talking to Holtzman, and she's like, I've upgraded our things. But she doesn't say, like, what they're doing now. Yeah. She uses some science mumbo-jumbo, but never simplifies, like, what it is.
The cameos.
The cameos.
They had so much potential, but they lacked in the end. What were they thinking? Bill Murray's cameo was pathetic.
Garbage. I mean, it was just...
Bill Murray's was the most disappointing.
The problem with the cameos is they felt pointless.
They didn't bring anything to the movie.
Like I was saying, I felt the movie was about a half hour longer than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they explicitly totally put in a part of the movie just to make it longer. And that's the part where our villain, the Ghostbusters run down into the basement and they see that he's got a trap, he's got the bomb there, and he's turning it on and stuff. And then he kills him. And then he's like, they're like, he's about to turn it on all the way, and they're like, stop, blah blah blah, and they make him like stop like 3 times, haha, funny. And then they're like, you know, we can help you, blah blah blah, and then he just kills himself.
Yeah.
And that's explicitly so that he can kill himself,
become a ghost,
come back, possess Chris Hemsworth, then go back and activate it. I suspect that this is all speculation. I suspect that that's how long Paul Feig wanted the movie, right? And I suspect that end scene was supposed to be longer and there's supposed to be more action in it. Yeah. But I feel like he left it there, and then the other writer was like, "Oh, right, the last 30 minutes."
Yeah, and he just kind of went back around in a circle.
He made this weird circle of so you're gonna kill yourself to become a ghost, to take over Chris Hemsworth, to activate your machine, instead of activating your machine, then killing yourself, and then taking over personally.
Yeah,
because then the finale would be too quick, and then the movie would be only an hour and a half.
One thing that I do like about Erin that is present in this movie is the fact that she was bullied as a kid for being Ghost Girl and believing in ghosts and stuff. And you can see that as an adult that it has affected her during this one scene, especially because she's like, I don't want to keep this secret. I want to be right. I want to be that proven that I was right all these years. But Melissa McCarthy's character, Abby, is like, well, we can keep it a secret. So you got that kind of conflict between those two characters. You can get some conflict between those two characters through this entire movie. They have a little bit of conflict. They push each other, nudge each other. But yeah,
especially when they're trying to reveal the ghost.
Yeah, exactly. But that's about it. That's all we really get.
My biggest problem is I felt I didn't feel like Erin and Abby were friends.
Yes. We didn't get any backstory. We didn't get anything about them before.
They said their backstory, but the biggest problem is that they did the thing where they're not friends.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
It's like, we're not friends, and then it makes it look even more dumb, because then they're like, we're not friends, and then they just become friends. And in this movie, we had people get fired from a university twice.
Yes. Like, really?
Nice.
This is what I was talking about at the beginning, where they're playing it safe and they're copying some scenes. This is one of the scenes.
And also, a happy byproduct of that is it makes the movie longer.
Yeah.
Because you have to do 2 scenes of people leaving the university.
Yeah. It's like, no, come up with something new, something exciting.
Yeah. Why couldn't they have all been already kicked out and trying to do this?
Yeah.
Why did you have to have the scene of them being kicked out?
Oh,
why do they have different schools?
Why do they have to be kicked out? Why do they have to? Why can't they just be 4 people who believe in ghosts? Better because they did get the firehouse and they kind of hinted a sequel.
They really want to push a sequel. They really want a sequel.
Yeah.
And if they do a sequel, better be good.
It better be.
Here's the point of a sequel, okay? Here's the main point of a sequel. The thing that sequels don't understand is that you need to be slightly better than the original.
Yeah.
Slightly better. Not too much.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because you're supposed to up the ante every movie.
Well, not the original. They need to go bold. Do something new. One of my favorite things that they did was actually something new, where they introduced new weapons into the lore. The chipper, the shotgun thing that the girl uses.
Yeah.
The punching mitt that shoots a blood. They're cool. The pistol versions.
Yeah.
They're all cool. They're unique. It's something different and new, and I enjoyed it because it gave them alternate means, and it would have made sense if, for example, let's say lasers didn't kill, and they created weapons so they could kill them.
That's the thing, is like she says, I made these new weapons with this and that, and I mean, that would have been a perfect time to explain why they don't have to trap ghosts anymore. Yeah. I mean, like, I made this, and instead of snaring the ghost, it kills them. But they don't say that, they just say this is a new version, and they never explain further.
And another scene I really enjoyed was them testing it in the alley. They're always testing these weapons and stuff. It's cool. We actually see them testing. That's something we didn't really get in the original Ghostbusters.
They tested it on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got to, it was really well done, those scenes were really well done, where she's floating around waiting for the energy to die. That's great.
But here's the problem with the energy dying thing, is I feel like they brought that up very offhandedly.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the proton packs can run out of energy.
Yeah.
And then you never address it again.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of this, we don't know what these weapons are capable of doing and not doing. What are the weapons' weaknesses? Can they be fried by water? What are they? We want to know. We care.
They're inconsistent when doing the powers of these weapons. Sometimes these weapons snare ghosts, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you get trapped, sometimes you kill ghosts.
It's like Superman's powers in Superman 4. They're very inconsistent.
Inconsistent as fuck.
Superman builds the Great Wall of China just by looking at it.
If only the new Superman got that, then could just look at Metropolis and rebuild it.
Also, the Batman reference was excellent.
Yeah,
I'll give it
of course.
That. It was good. You know me, I'm just like, yeah, Batman for life.
But yeah, I think
it was. So let's give some good things because we've been kind of shitting on this movie.
Like we said before, Kate McKinnon as Holtzman, amazing.
All the actresses were good. They're good. We would have preferred a little bit more on the writing part. But everything else, maybe the music too, was a little... So the writing and the music was kind of okay. But the rest of it was a little over okay, but nothing really went to, that is mind-blowing, amazing. This is Ghostbusters, and I expect more from a franchise that's trying to be Ghostbusters reboot.
I really intensely wish that they got Ivan Reitman to direct it again.
Yeah.
Because Ivan Reitman did the first movie and the second movie.
Yeah.
I really wish he came back to direct it, but they just put him in a producer role, or he just wanted to be a producer, but I really wish he directed it.
And here's
that's not to say Paul Feig is horrible.
Yeah.
Paul Feig's great. It's just I really wish they got the original director in there. It really would be nice.
And I'm going to use a comparison again, I don't like to, but another example of a reboot that did really well was Star Wars The Force Awakens. Unleashed, yes. No, Star Wars The Force Awakens.
It was a perfect example of doing it right.
Yes, it was really well done because they brought new characters and stuff in.
And they handed the reins.
Yeah, the old actors handed the reins over to the new ones. This one we don't get that. We don't get any of it. We will get into what we would do. And it was great. It was a great example of what you do for a reboot. They added new elements in.
Yeah, it was good. They didn't add too many new elements. I wish they did more.
Yeah. They played some things safe, but I think for the most part, we got some new planets. Like, we didn't go to any old planets or anything, really. We got brand new planets, we got some unique new things, and it was cool. We got some new powers in there and stuff. And Ghostbusters, it was just
kind of safe. It was safe.
It was a safe movie.
It was even more safe.
But it was also inconsistent.
The plot was just... The plot felt too long, and the writing was okay. The joke, by the way, the comedy is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not horrible.
It's got some moments, and then there's some moments where I actually double face-palmed.
Yeah, I saw.
I actually
in the theater.
double face-palmed, and I actually couldn't look at the screen for a minute.
Okay. I think the worst joke for me was the fucking ghost slapping. Because I was watching the trailer, and I was like, okay, well, maybe they do... She's possessed, so maybe they do something to her so the ghost is weaker, and they can just slap the ghost out. But they literally just slap a ghost out of her. And it begs the question, why don't they go by Chris Hemsworth and slap him, and get the ghost out?
Yeah.
Because apparently you get to slap ghosts out of people.
Yeah.
How come a slap is almost as powerful as anything else? It's inconsistent. I wish you could just Would that be awesome if the Ghostbusters just went through and everyone gets possessed in New York and they start slapping people? You're not possessed anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and then one more thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go for it.
But the black thing or lady thing really was annoying. I didn't really like it when she's like, is it a lady thing or race thing?
And people like that line. That's what really what? That's what's good for comedy for you? That's what works?
Oh, that was the most cringy joke. See, the slap thing was cringy, but it wasn't like they weren't even saying anything. Yeah. That joke was just cringy all the way through. I thought maybe there'd be more context to the joke, but how they presented the joke in the trailer is how the joke is presented in the movie, and it's dumb.
My other thing that really kind of annoyed me, and I don't know if you agree with me on this because I didn't bring it up before, but you know the fight scene where Melissa McCarthy as Abby is possessed and she's fighting the two girls?
Yeah.
It felt weird. Like, it made me feel weird.
When she was, like, hanging out the window and they were, like, juggling people.
It just felt weird. I don't know how to, like, explain it, but for me, I don't know how you felt during it, but I just felt weird. It felt weird. It felt unnecessary. He could have taken over any body. It's kind of like he was showing that he's alive and a ghost and that he's going to come back. He could have just taken over a random body and did it without...
The thing about her being possessed, though...
Yeah.
is like, I kind of thought it was cool because she started destroying proton packs and stuff. But I wish she would have done more than like destroy one or two. Yeah. And I wish they would have had to deal with proton packs being destroyed. Because in the finale, they were just like, oh, no, they're all fine now. Yeah. It led to nothing. It led to a pointless action scene and a stupid, retarded scene with a ghost slap.
Again, it just felt weird. The whole scene for me, it just made me feel weird. I don't know why, but it was weird.
The part that made me feel weird about that was the window thing.
Yes, I will agree with you. The window was when I was like, oh.
They're like juggling her and then they pull her. Yeah. It's weird.
It felt really bad, like,
it's really like janky and weird.
It's just weird. Ugh. Like, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, and you've seen it, and you're kind of like, whoa. What? Oh. Yeah.
Oh. There were some clever jokes that they were making fun of, like the comments that they got.
I love the horror movie jokes where they walk into the room, or the Patty walks into the room with a bunch of mannequins, and she's like, "No, I'm out," and it's great. And then the mannequin comes.
But didn't you think it was cool when they were going through the computers and stuff, and they were like, "This guy said we all suck. We're a bunch of bitches." Yeah. That was kind of like what happened to them in real life. And they put it in the movie.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was clever, but it's like you're poking the bear a bit there.
Yeah. The other clever scene was when they're like, "Who are you gonna call? Ghost Jumpers!" And everyone knows. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's fun." Cool. And then the piano playing the theme. That was cool.
That was awesome. In the trailer.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was very cool.
See, some of the little Easter eggs,
the little Easter eggs were awesome.
The problem with the Easter eggs is they're supposed to be little tiny things, but their Easter eggs became huge, like roles for Bill Murray and roles for Dan Aykroyd and roles and roles and roles.
Yeah,
so you don't need to. Maybe Bill Murray in the background, maybe Dan Aykroyd in the background.
Yeah, and here's what I also say: another cool little Easter egg was the fact that he became the ghost that is the Ghostbusters. Though that was
neat. Some people thought it'd be horrible. That was kind of cool. They explained it better than they did in the trailer.
Yeah, they did. It was cool. It was definitely interesting. I like how he's kind of like, what form would you like me to take? Oh, cute little ghost, please. And he just goes a cute little ghost and just a monster.
Do you like the Stay Puft Marshmallow?
Yeah.
But then they had the really awkward scene where they were squished in the thing.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I was kind of like, with that scene too, I was kind of like, that is not needed.
There was like a Wile E. Coyote.
My problem is, it felt like they were laying on glass, and they were just filming underneath. And I was like, no.
But how else are you supposed to get that perspective?
Don't get that perspective. Just have them squish, and have the girl come up and stab it with the... Remember
okay.
We're about to go. I triggered him. I triggered him, boys and girls.
Trigger warning? No, just kidding.
Trigger warning.
Okay. Still talking about inconsistencies with powers.
Oh, yeah.
So, apparently... apparently in this movie, ghosts can be taken out with slaps and knives.
So why don't bullets work for the military again then?
They should just go and shank ghosts.
Yeah, it just... Okay,
so apparently knives kill ghosts.
So here we go, I'm going to be the general of the army for a second. Alright, so guys, guns don't work on them. Everyone take a Swiss Army knife.
And just stab them.
Let's go.
Dumb. I get it was funny, but it was stupid.
It was stupid. And she should have shot it with her beam.
She's like,
oh my god, I can make the knife. Gotta have a scene with the knife, of course.
To have a funny joke.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Okay. So I think this is the point of the review where we're just gonna quickly talk about this quickly, and then we're going to go into what we would have done. And you and me are pretty similar, so I think that should take too long. Okay.
So Ghostbusters made has made so far opening weekend $46.5 million. That's almost half a billion.
Yeah.
Almost half a billion.
That's good. Good job, guys. Good job. The movie's not horrible.
Good job.
Congratulations on that, I guess. Okay,
so because this movie got so much shit online and stuff, not because it looked like a bad movie, but because of the cast, I think it's important to kind of talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
it was not a horrible movie, and it wasn't an amazing movie. It was an okay, average movie. There were some problems with it, but there were some good things that they also added in.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of controversy over it that really pissed off the director and the actors and stuff, because people were texting and writing them and stuff being like, how dare you have women star in a Ghostbusters movie?
That's so stupid. I mean, like, women actresses and male actors, they should be treated equally, you know? You shouldn't hate a movie just because they're all females or they're all males. It should be equal.
Also, the important part about that too is that, but I mean, the whole controversy behind like, oh, there's women instead of men and stuff is a little dumb.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
it
not
really
a big deal.
Matter.
It doesn't matter. What's important about the movie when you're thinking about characters is the characters.
If the characters are good, a movie will survive regardless of gender. That's how it works.
If they're pointless, if they provide something to the narrative and the movie, and if they make it work, if the movie works with them, if they bring something to the movie.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, then it doesn't matter if they're man or woman.
Yeah. And
not going to change anything.
I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And I know for the different perspectives on this, but in my opinion, right, they basically wanted to do this because A, the whole female casting is very popular.
Yeah.
And B, the kind of a little bit of a feministy kind of narrative to it. Yeah. I'm not going to say it's fully, because I don't know what the director thinks. Yeah. I don't know how the director feels. I'm just saying, in this day and age, there's a lot of feminism going around. Yeah. It would make sense to release a movie with a lot of women. Yeah. Right? But the biggest problem is when feminism is trying to say that women and men are equal, right? And when they do an interpretation of the Ghostbusters, it's all women. Yeah. The main core team is for women. Right? Yeah. But then they talk about how it was that like the main 4 team in the first movie were men. So that's not good. Right? So they're trying to balance it out by putting 4 women and 4 men. Yeah. But since it's not a sequel or anything, it's a completely separate thing. Yeah. I think they should have done 2 men and 2 women. Yeah. To make an equal team of 2 men, 2 women. Yeah, would have been. That would have been an equal, a completely gender equal would be 2 men, 2 women. Yeah. Yeah. If they identify as that.
Definitely. Yeah. But definitely. I don't think it's the worst thing, but I think that would have probably fixed a lot of the feminism behind it just from the start to go with that.
I think it would have been also interesting to see male comedians work off of female comedians and like vice versa.
I mean, like, what are the 2 that you would get?
The 2 male comedians I would get? Probably like Seth Rogen would be one of them.
I was going to say one of those is mine too. I want to see if you're going to guess the second one. There's one actor that I know would work wonders with Seth Rogen. Oh, I'm going to go James Franco.
Thank you, James
I would love to see James Franco and Seth Rogen with, who would you want to keep? I'd say Melissa McCarthy and,
Kristen Wiig?
Kate
McKinnon, sorry.
Yeah, McKinnon. As, the engineer or Holtzman.
It would work.
I think those 4 would have been excellent.
And again, it would be equal cast. It'd be 4, it'd be 2 women, 2 men, absolutely down the line equal. 2 and 2. Yeah. That would be an equal rule star.
I mean, like, there's plenty of other actors that could have filled it, but I think Seth Rogen and James Franco, most people would agree, would be amazing in this movie. They play off so well with each other, and I think Holtzman also, and Melissa McCarthy, just all amazing. They're such good talent, and I think it would have really just brought the movie together, and there wouldn't be so much arguing about this feminism and males and females. Because then it would be right down the line even.
But then they would complain because there's men in it in the first place. Yeah. And then they would complain if the men had more lines than the women. Yeah. By like 1 line or whatever.
It's stupid, guys. Come on. Just
the problem is
get over it.
The problem is identifying these kind of gender things is the reason why there's argument.
Yeah, it's the reason why our society is so far behind.
Well, it's not even behind, it's just the fact like they're trying not to be sexist, but by saying they're making a point that there's a separation between men and women in the movement. Yeah. They're saying, these are women and these are men, right? Yeah. Men get more than women, blah, 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 right? Yeah. That already is creating a separation because you're saying these are men and these are women. Yeah. There's already a separation that you're making within the movement. Yeah. So it already separates. Yeah. Now, if you follow kind of my kind of logic, where they're people. Yeah.
Or our logic.
Well, yeah, Nerdz United logic. They're people. People first. Yeah. People first, gender second. Yeah. And because now we're diddling around about, gender and stuff, where people are like, I'm not a man, or I'm not a woman, I don't feel this way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think it's even more important to see them as people.
Yeah. Everyone is a person.
Right.
We shouldn't be going by gender, we should be going by person.
Yeah. As an aside, I would also want to put in as another cast member, probably like Kevin Hart would be.
Kevin Hart would be good too.
Yeah. I think it'd be good.
There's so many good actors that could have played it. Zac Efron, he would have been good in that movie too. I think he might have had a good chance because he's becoming very popular and he's getting some humor. And him and Seth Rogen also had some good humor in that one movie, the Neighbors one.
Yeah, so it would work. It would work really well, and I think it'd be equal representation and kind of stuff like that.
And I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but that's our basic understanding of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, who really? If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
If the characters are good, the characters are good. It doesn't matter the gender. It matters if the characters are good, because that's the point of the movie. Right. That's why you went to the movie. Not to see how many men were in the movie, and how many females were in the movie, and how many lines the men got, and how many lines the female. It's to enjoy the movie, and enjoy the characters, and enjoy the story. That is why we do what we do, and watch what we do.
Because I know many females who like male superheroes and stuff.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there are strong female characters that are amazing,
and there's guys who like female characters. Yeah. I like Wonder Woman's awesome.
Wonder Woman is a boss, and I know Alcatraz, if he was here, he'd be like, "Yeah, guys, she's a baller."
And it's not because I have a penis, so I can't identify with her because she doesn't have one. Yeah, it's because she's a good, well-developed character, so I like her. Yeah. Right? And that's it. It's the bottom line. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I think we got to finish this off with ratings.
Okay, so
Ghostbusters.
What would you rate it?
I think bring into account that it felt like they did try at least, and it wasn't a horrible product. It was decent. It was halfway decent. Most of the reviews are generally on point. I don't think it deserved 75 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not that good. Yeah, it's on 75 to 80%.
No, definitely not.
No. And especially when Batman vs. Superman has 22% of Rotten Tomatoes, it's no.
You can't take their rating seriously.
I never take the critics' score seriously.
Never, ever. They're idiots. Look at their Dark Knight one. I mean, wow.
Yeah, Dark Knight's fucking...
Anyways.
Sometimes they're right, hateful and whatever. So, I think I would give it a 5.5.
Alright.
Out of 10. I think it was above average. 5 being average, it was a bit above average.
Alright.
For me.
Alright. For me, now, I would rather watch this movie than The Dark Knight. I would rather watch it than any of the Nolan Batman movies. Mm-hmm. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. There were some problems, and there were some things, because I am a writer, so when I see things that could have been written better, and could have been, formulated better, the whole story could have been formulated a little bit better. There are things that they could have added. There's so much potential that they didn't touch. They didn't go there because they were playing safe. So I'm going to have to give it 5.3 out of 10. 5.3. 5.3. It's not a 5, and I was going to originally give it a 6, but after talking about it, I'm kind of disappointed with the potential. Yeah. I was very worried before going to this movie, as Goblin will say. I was very worried.
He was like, I don't want to waste money on this. It's probably going to be garbage.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think it was going to be garbage, but I thought I was going to be very disappointed with it, was the bottom line. And I'm not, I can't come out of this movie saying I was not disappointed at all, because I am disappointed.
Disappointed!
Because of the potential. For me, it's not like I don't want to see this movie succeed. We want to see this movie succeed. It's Ghostbusters.
It's a good start.
It's a good start, but it didn't hit the potential it could have. It just couldn't. It's so disappointing, guys.
I do get the feeling that just as an aside, I do get the feeling that the second movie will probably be better. Because I feel like this movie was meant to be okay.
Maybe they're just dipping their toe in the water a little.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the same reason how I think the Star Wars Episode 8 will be better than Episode 7. Yeah. I think it'll be slightly better because now that they've got the first one out, they're willing now, because they have an audience, they're willing to take more risks. Yeah. And I think that's that kind of thing, is they were playing this safe. Very safe, because they knew if they fucked it up, they wouldn't get a series. But the thing about movies nowadays is it kind of sucks because they want series. Yeah. They're not worried about making one movie really good. They're worried about making this movie okay so they can make the rest of the movies good.
They're always worried about the next movie, when they should be worried about the current movie, get that done and out of the way, and then worry about the second movie. If it gives you an opportunity. Let's say, for example, Batman Begins as a lawyer, that could be Harvey Dent. Yeah. Do that then, but don't force Easter eggs and things for the next movie into this movie. And I'm sure you would agree with me on that.
It was especially prevalent at like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because they didn't they didn't finish this story. You know they're probably gonna do another one. They finished that particular story. They were like one scene with Thanos and the glove away from having this would be the next movie.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the bottom line. Good movie, average movie. A lot of potential wasted. Played it very safe. Added some new ideas in there. Good actresses and actors.
Some stuff didn't keep with lore, and some stuff was funny, and some stuff wasn't. It was
overall an average movie. Beats The Dark Knight by Watch. Oh my god. Anyways, and for those Ghostbusters fans out there, leave a comment to why you didn't like it. I understand.
Or did like it.
Yeah, or if you did like it. Because I understand, I can relate to you when a movie studio makes a movie about one of your favorite characters and they royally screw up your favorite character and you were just pissed. I know how you feel where the majority is against you, with The Dark Knight for me as an example, and for you it's probably other movies like Iron Man 3 and stuff like that. We understand where you're coming from if you dislike Ghostbusters, but we would like to know why. So leave a comment, like this movie, subscribe if you want to see more. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm Anarchy, bringing you the chaos as always.
I'm Goblin Green, bringing you nothing at all.
Thanks guys for watching, and hope you have a great night, and hope you guys had a great weekend.
And we ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.